Hi YouTube. Okay guys, this one I start like that just because I do want to show you what I'm actually doing while I'm doing it. Excuse this, it's just from my phone. I need this right now. However, so I'm still working on my dies. Of course, I'm showing you the dies and then I was organizing them in piles, right? So what I decided to do and see if this works, and I hope it does, is to make some kind of reference book so I can actually look through it and see what I got, and then also know where it is, you know, because it is a bunch of dies, and just going through them like that, flipping through the whole time, it's just, I don't know. If I sit here at my table, I could just look through the booklet and see, I do have this one. Where do I have it? And then, you know, I know where it is because I'm going to organize it this way. So what I decided to do, I took my CD sleeve, and you know they have this flap here, which I never cut off because I hate to cut off things. Well, I cut it off, first of all. Second thing, I took a cardstock. This one is from Walmart. You can get for $5 like a pack. I believe 110 pounds, so it's sturdy a little bit. However, I cut it smaller because I learned my lesson. I had things pretty snug in this sleeves, and I'm trying to find one and I don't see right now. However, some of them ripped on the side because it was so snug, and every time I tried to take it out, I would pull it and push it, and however. So I cut it much smaller, you see. So I went with, I believe, 1/4 of an inch smaller than the baggie. And I also tried to punch myself. Is this visible? You see this? Just so I can take it out easier. There's like a half circle. It didn't punch very well, so I will probably just try and cut myself something. I will see if... I think it's needed because it's just... it makes it easier. Maybe it's even better to just do it from both sides. I believe it's gonna be better. So I will just take my scissors and cut it out. That's not a problem. So, took this, and what I did was I just put some double-sided tape in the back. And believe me, this is gonna be all right and enough. And if it's not sticky anymore, you can always put a little bit of double-sided tape in the back. You can use magnetic sheets, yes, but I don't know if I want to use them anymore. I will probably use them for, you know, when there is a set with a billion parts, small parts and whatever, yes. But if it's one die, I might just go with that, you know, a little bit of double-sided tape and call it a day. So, push it in there. Made myself a divider. For right now, I just wrote it. I have to put some... I have a label maker, so I have to label it. So this is animals. And still have my box from IKEA. I love it. For those of you who want to know, I actually saw just now that it has this in the back. So if you're looking for this box, the CD sleeves fit perfectly in there. I think it's the perfect organization for a lot of things. So now the cutouts from those I took, and you know how I bought those for $1 or less than $1 at Michael's, but I believe Dollar Tree has them too. So I don't want to have huge things. I don't know. I'm just a fan of smaller things, I guess. So I took the two cutouts and I named them Animal A1, Animal A1. It's the same sleeve, right? So this will be in a tab which is called Animal. And if I have, like, let's say 20 pockets, I don't want to go through 20 pockets, so I will divide them, you know, just 5 pockets and then a little divider. So this will be called 1, then 5 pockets, then it will be called 2. So it's easier to find. I hope it makes sense. If this happens and I have a lot of dies in this particular category, oh, never mind my English. However, then I will just show you. I think it's easier to understand. Now, I'm also thinking I might even put some in the back. I don't know about that. If it gets too much, I will. If not, I'd rather keep it this way. So for now, this is what it is. So if I'm looking for this particular die, you know, I look through my catalog here and I'm like, oh, I love this little bear, you know. So I can go to the bear, to animal, and pick one, the first in the section A. And this will be the die. So I will always be able to find my die. I hope it makes sense. So this one would be done. And then, you know, I will go ahead and just do more. And I will do one with you. So you just, you know, kind of understand what I'm doing here. And I should have written down my measurements. You know, take your time, write down the measurements you used so you can actually keep using them, because me, I'm like, I don't know. So 4 3/4, this is for my big one, and for my small one I cut, so I can just cut them all the same. And I cut this one a little bit smaller just because it's my page is, a piece of paper is 11, so I cut it 5.5 to not to waste too much paper. I could have cut them 6, but then, you know, I would waste paper the whole time. And I don't want that, so it's 4 by 5.5 for me. And this is the small. So you will go ahead and cut yourself the paper. I have this cardstock is pretty sturdy. From Walmart. I didn't even know that you can get cardstock at Walmart, you know. So I will just go there. I will keep the pieces I cut off. So if I cut this, I'm not gonna toss this because this is pretty good paper, so I can still stamp on it and, you know, draw my images. And I did cut 4 of them just because it's easier to cut 2 pieces of paper than 1. And I will just, what am I gonna do? I will just take the cats right here. Oh yeah, I did cut off the flap also. Let me go ahead, stick the paper in just so I can see where the baggie ends, because, you know, it's not very visible. And because I know myself and I cannot cut straight with my scissors, I'd rather cut off the flap like this. You can just use your scissors, but like I said, knowing myself. And then I really did, and I can try it again, I guess. So what I did was I stuck it into the pocket and I tried to find the middle, which did not work for me. I don't know what the middle is. And then I tried to punch it, but it would not work. But it did punch out a little bit, and it gave me the shape. You see? So it gave me the shape. I just need to follow with my scissors and cut it out. You can just go ahead and right away cut out with your scissors if you want to. I'm not, like I said, I'm not very good at cutting. I need something to show me. I know this is like a lot of work for one die, and I still have a million to go, but I do it a little by little, and then I hopefully will be organized at the end. So I have my kitty right here, and because I can fit 2, I'm gonna see. The big one probably does not. I just want to see. Yeah, I can fit 2 kitties right here, which I'm gonna do, and I will try to keep them together. Also, I need to see if they will fit on this one, because I really don't want them to be like, yeah. So this is good. I'm going to take this. You can take any double-sided tape and just, you know, make a small, like that, just to keep it in there. And it will stay on there. So it's not like it's going anywhere. And I will also take a piece of my printer paper. And I'm just using a stick for that because I need to use up my glue. I have so much different glues in here. And I'm not going everywhere because I'm not going to take them out and put them back in. They are just going to stay in this photo things. So I'm just going a little bit. So they are actually stuck, but I don't need too much. Uh-oh. Well, how did I actually do that? Look. Well, I guess that's all right. I can still see it. But I don't want to do this anymore. I'd rather have more space. However, this one will go right behind my bears. So this can actually go back in right here. And because in the box, I will stick it right behind it. And the first one, I show you in my album. Where did my album go? Oh my goodness, right here. So this is A1. This is going to be A2. And I'm doing it with my pencil because if I want to change it, I can still change it, you know. So I will write down animal A2 on both of them. And I will just stick it in the back. I just use copy paper for this because this part really doesn't matter. It's not going to be coming in and out. You know what I mean? So, and now it is behind this. So if I go look for it, I will go look for animals, A, the second baggie, and there it's going to be. Does it make sense to you? I hope it does. This is going to be so much work. I'm going to do the animals. I'm going to do little by little because I know myself, I'm like, I get obsessed with things and I want to finish them, of course, and I work way too much when I do that. But let me do a couple and then I will come back and just show you how it's going to be. I try to finish the animals. I don't have too many for right now. I still have some to cut, but I will just do more and then I will show you. You can also go ahead and write the measurements, you know, if you wanted to. But actually, if you're making a card and you're looking for something, it's very easy to just go ahead and measure because it's right there and it's see-through and it's original size, you know. So you can actually do this real good. Or you look for it and you like it and you can still find it in your box and then check however you like it. I will do something with that. Probably I will just take it out, use it somewhere as something, and then just put a different piece of paper in here or something. And I can still label this one. And let's say this would be only for animals. I would just label this animals. Okay? So let me do some. Hopefully I can do a bunch and then I will come back and show you what happened. I have a really good example right here. I wanted to show you. Look, so I made the die like this, right? I turned the bunny around and I just stuck it on there. This is the die. I do not have to and I do not want to turn my bunny around on, you know, in my catalog here because I want to see the bunny in the right way. But it does not matter where your bunny goes, you know. You don't have to keep the two animals you put on the card together. You can just, you know, stick them wherever you have space for this animal because it's not about where the die cut is. It's about what it says right here. So it could be anywhere in the back of my book. Oh, look, I like this bunny. Doesn't mean it's in the back of my, you know, storage box. It means it is still animal A4. So it will still, oh, I wrote the wrong thing on it. I have to write 5 on it. So it will still be on that card. And I also wrote on the cards what it is. So I always put it back in the spot it belongs to, you know. But I did mess up right here. I'm going to do it off cam because I don't want to shake you too much. I hope it's understandable. Once it's organized and everything, I will show you what it actually means. and where you can actually find your stuff. Animal A1, you go to your animal box, and it should be the first die in there, see? And once you're done with that, you have to put it back in. You have to know where it goes. So that's why you write on the top where it goes. Oh, it goes to animal, and it should be the first in there. So next time, it's still there. I hope it makes sense, guys, because for some of you, it's normal and it's, you know, self-explanatory. But for some of us, it's really hard to understand. At the beginning, it was hard to understand for me. So, you know, that's why I'm doing this and explaining it in this way. I will just continue. I didn't do much. I just did a couple more. This one, actually, and this one. But I will just continue doing it because I want to be done with the animals so I don't mess stuff up. Just do it a little by little. If you have a lot of dies, do it a little by little. And if you just have 10 dies, please do it right now because I know you're going to have 100 in like 3 weeks. So, you know. Okay, let me finish this up and then I will be back. Okay, guys, so I will show you something. I did change it. I did take a file folder. Oh my God. I always think about file folders. However, I don't want to use the small booklets anymore because it was too many booklets, you know, and I figured it's just going to be a mess again. So I just took the sheet protectors and normal copy paper and I stuck the dies on top. And I will just show you real quick how it works, and I probably will just make a detailed video on the whole storage thing once I'm completely done. But if I go wherever, let me just blindly turn it. I want this die. So I look, it's corners and borders A4. I do have my thing right here. It's not done yet because I'm still working, right? So I will go to corners and borders. Well, it's not done yet, like I said. So there are corners and borders, and then it will be the 4th card, which is right here. Oh, look, it's exactly the die. And I can put it back in because I also wrote down on the die card that it's corners and borders. I use double-sided tape. I will see how it holds up because this makes everything just thinner and, you know, then I don't need that much space. If it doesn't hold up, I will just put magnetic sheets into it and that will be it because everything is like organized already, so I will just have to put magnetic sheets into it. So this is how I'm doing this, and this is it for today for this part. And it's going to take a little while again until there is another part because I need to finish this and I have been working really hard for days and days. So it's just because I have so many. If you don't have that many, start now. Like I said, you have to start now or otherwise you will need like a week or 2 or 3 until you are done and you will get a biceps from all the cutting. However, guys, I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, give me a thumbs up. I'm still organizing. I'm not going to stop. Share, subscribe, and I will see you in my next video. Bye-bye.